Hi everyone, hope you are in pink of health and fine. As you see on the screen, today we are going to discuss about Istanbul Convention. But before that, let us see what are the contents that we are going to discuss. The first one is what is Istanbul Convention. We'll get a brief about what it is exactly. And the second thing, you might have heard in news that Ukraine has just ratified Istanbul Convention. So we'll get an in-depth idea of how it will affect Ukraine further. So let's get started. Yeah. So what is Istanbul Convention? See, Istanbul Convention, it is also called as Council of Europe Convention on preventing and combating violence against women and domestic violence. Yes, Istanbul Convention is actually a convention on preventing and combating violence against women. So it's the violence against women that the convention is working at, right? Preventing and combating it. So what makes it special? That this is the world's first binding instrument to prevent and tackle violence against women. Also, first binding means that when a government ratifies the convention, they are legally bound to follow it. Okay, it is one of the most comprehensive legal framework that exists to tackle violence against women and girls, covering the domestic violence, sexual assault, and honor based violence, forced marriage. All of these things are covered in the convention. So it's it's actually and also the convention sets minimum standards for the government to meet when tackling the violence against women. Yeah, one more thing that I need to add on to this is the convention. It was the opening of this convention was in 2011, and it actually opens the path for creating legal framework at pan-European level to protect women against all form of violence, prevent and prosecute, eliminate violence against women and domestic violence. So basically, they have also mentioned it in their site, the convention. In brief, I'll talk about the 3 P's that the convention mentions. The first is the prevention. That is, the convention, it has a strong focus on prevention. Prevention means preventing violence against women and domestic violence, which can save lives and reduce human sufferings. The second P, so this was the first P, prevention. The second P is protection. That is, how does the convention improve the protection of victims? So when preventive measures have failed and violence incidents have happened, it is important to provide victims the support and protection. So this means police intervention and protection, as well as specialized support services such as shelters, telephone hotlines, etc. Okay, the third P is prosecution. That is, the convention, it defines and criminalizes the various forms of violence against women as well as the domestic violence. Okay, so 3 P's are there. The first one was prevention, protection and prosecution. One more thing is there, the convention talks about is the integrated policies. So convention says that it is based on this premise that there is no single agency or institution that can deal with violence against women and domestic violence alone. So an effective response to such violence, it actually requires actions by different actors. What are these actors? These actors are the state parties, these actors are the government agencies, the NGOs, as well as the national, regional, local parliaments and authorities. So with all of these, it requires an integrated approach of all of these towards combating and preventing the violence against women. It is not the no single agency can do this. All of these things, be it at small level, at family level, I would also say that even at family level, till the national, international level, everybody is responsible. Everybody should deal with and take appropriate actions for violence against women, right? Yeah, so this was one of the things, and I told you that it's actually a legal framework creating at pan European level. So the second part is Istanbul Convention and Ukraine. Ukraine, it has just ratified the convention, and so let us see how it will affect Ukraine. Now see, Ukrainian parliament, they have just passed a bill on 20th June ratifying the Council of Europe Convention on preventing and combating violence against women and domestic violence. This is better known as the Istanbul convention. So the next point is, will it actually make a difference? See, the convention was first signed by Ukraine in 2011, and despite repeated calls from activists to ratify it, the government, it remained silent on the subject. But now it has finally ratified it, and definitely with such a strong organization, with such a strong convention, with where the members are legally bounded, it's a binding convention. So women, ratifying it will be a huge step forward for the protection of women and girls from all forms of violence, whether in Ukraine or abroad, and could not be more timely for a number of reasons. What are the reasons? The first reason, actually I'll discuss two broad reasons, is actually it will help in reducing the gender based violence. What has happened is, the risk of women becoming victims of gender based violence in Ukraine, it has increased immensely over the course of Russia's 8-year war. In fact, I would like to bring it to your notice that increasing number of reports that have emerged since the beginning of Russia's invasion in late February 2022, it only suggests that Russian troops have been using sexual violence as a weapon of war and instrument of terror to control the civilians. So when this ratification is brought in, it will definitely help the people, the women, to seek justice, right? So the prompt implementation of the convention, it could thus equip the Ukrainian authorities to deal with these atrocities, and to serve and to reassure the survivors, and provide them with the confidence to seek justice. Okay, the second thing is that apart from being a big decisive step in the fight against the gender based violence, the adoption of Istanbul Convention, it will also help in Ukraine's European integration. See, guaranteeing human right is the most important aspect that is considered when European Union membership is being extended to a country. Whenever to a country you extend a membership, European Union extends a membership, they always see, they keep in mind that whether human right is guaranteed or not. So it has been crucial for Ukraine to demonstrate actions that will bring country closer to European legislations and values, and a good way of doing this was through the ratification of Istanbul Convention. So the decision in fact is very good, because it will help European Union integration with Ukraine's integration with European Union. So I guess these were the things that I thought are necessary to discuss with you guys. Before I end this video, Swami Vivekanand once said that there is no chance for welfare of the world unless the condition of women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly on only one wing. That is, when you want to develop, when you want to grow, it's not about the economic growth. When you actually want to develop, you need to consider women for it. You need to consider the welfare of the woman. You need to consider the improvement of the condition of the woman. It's not only on the national level, but also I feel that when an individual starts respecting a woman, they can think about the welfare of a woman, change will begin. So that's it for the day. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like, share and subscribe. Bye bye for the day.